I ordered these cars from Spring Creek Model Trains. And the Moloco cars are $63 a piece. The Rapido cars are $43 a piece. And the Athern Genesis is $35. So, these Maloco cars better be outstanding for $63. Now, if the Rapido cars are like the Rapido cars I bought earlier, then I expect these will be pretty nice. And Athern Genesis, I don't really know what to expect with this. I'm going to start with the Athern Genesis. Now, once upon a time, well, as close to real as it gets, we'll find out. At one time, Athern Genesis was a really high-end line. They kind of watered it down a little bit, I think. Alright, so what do I get? Looks like I get some... Guessing these are probably bearing caps, but I don't know for sure. There's no way I can see that without a magnifying glass to identify what those are. Alright, to get a parts breakdown, which is a little bit unusual in a piece of rolling stock. That's pretty nice. And I'm not going to read that. Alright, so let's see what we got. Well, at first glance, looks pretty nice. If there's any background noise that you can hear, I have my 3D printer going, so that's what that is. Alright, first glance. The ladders look pretty good. Stirrup steps are very fine. Lettering looks pretty good. Bearing caps roll, so that bag had some extra caps. It's got a photo etch platform. The hose looks pretty good. And coupling lever looks pretty nice. Brake wheel looks pretty good. I've been working on my classic car, so my hands, might be kind of dirty, so I apologize for that. There's a broken rung on the ladder. The top rung is broken. Overall, looks pretty good, especially for the price. And the underbody detail is pretty nice. It's got the Hydra cushion hardware. And yeah, I would say that, the door The door detail might be a little bit soft, but I'd say overall, for $35, this is a pretty darn nice car. So comparing the Athern Genesis car to my standard, this KD 50-foot boxcar, I think the ladder detail on the KD is better. The KD has a sliding door, which that's not something I need, or even something that I necessarily want. You know, I might give it to the Athern for printing. The printing might be a little bit better, although this KD car, the printing's pretty good. Underbody detail, gonna have to give it to the Athern car for the underbody detail. This is a little bit earlier era car. There's no hydro cushion and it has a roof walk. But overall, I think the ladders are better on the KD. The grabs are a little bit better. But otherwise, I think I have to give it to the Athern Genesis. Going from coupler to coupler, this should weigh 5 ounces. So it's a ½ ounce light. Let's see if the Athern Genesis car wheels are engaged. And they are perfectly engaged. All right, coupler height for the Athern Genesis, absolutely right on the money. Coupler height for the break-in of the Athern Genesis is also just right on the money. All right, I have 2 Rapido 50-foot boxcars, and they're both B100-40s. So I'm just going to open one. Now I have to say, Rapido's coming to be, one of my favorites. So I hope this boxcar, check it out, that's cool, doesn't change that opinion. All right. It's a little bit of history. And another parts breakdown, which is nice. And I got some extra parts. All right, so I'm trying not to break it. Wow, I can already tell this is pretty nice. Look at all the surface detail. That is pretty crazy. Now one thing, this board right here, sitting at kind of a wonky angle. I don't think that's probably right, but I think maybe that should be sitting flush up against the side of the car. Printing looks really good. Has photo etch platforms. The uncoupling lever is really nice. Stirrup steps are nice. Oh, that's really nice. Got metal couplers. The ladders are super fine. Yeah, on this side you can see the board here's up against the side of the car, so that's an issue with the other side. So this is really nice car. It has beautiful undercarriage detail. I mean, look here. I mean, that's really nice. That is super nice. That's very impressive. And the Hydra cushion hardware is very detailed. Alright, weighing the Rapido car, it is also 8 inches from center of coupler to center of coupler, and the car weighs 4.5 ounces. We'll check and see if these Rapido wheel sets are engaged. And they are perfect. All right, coupler height for the Rapido car. Now the A end is perfectly aligned with the gauge, except the trip pin is too low. So that could be a problem. That's going to have to be bent up. Now the coupler on the brake end is just a little bit low. And like the other end, the trip pin is just way too low. You can see how it wants to duck down underneath the height gauge. So that has to be bent up. So both of those need to be adjusted. Now this is my first piece of Moloco rolling stock. I've never owned any of their stuff before. $63. It better be pretty nice. All right. So what do we got here? Does that paint look a little grainy to you? The lettering looks pretty good. The ladders are similar to the Athern Genesis car. Same with the door detail, similar to the Athern Genesis car. And it's interesting that the roof walk has been removed, but the standoffs for the roof walk are still on the roof. And I would suspect that's why it has the high brake wheel. The underbody detail is pretty good. Being black, it doesn't show up real easy. It looks pretty nice. So overall, I'd say it looks pretty good. $63. I don't know. I don't know what the story is with Maloco. I don't know what their thing is. I don't know if they're like a small shop or what they are. I should probably look into that a little bit more. Initial impression is this is not as good as the Rapido car. I would say it's pretty much in line with the Athern Genesis car. Measuring coupler to coupler should weigh about 4 3/4 ounces. It weighs 4.3. All right, let's see if it's engaged. Those are perfect. Those are perfect. So the Moloco car is perfectly engaged. Coupler height on the brake end of the Moloco car. Couplers are really close. Looks real good. The coupler height on this end of the Moloco car looks good. But with like the other cars, the pin is low. The locomotive I'm running is a Cotton Belt GP30. And it's one of 4 Lifelike Proto 2000 GP30s I did DCC and sound installs on a while back. Now the first 3 cars are Maloco, 4th car is Athern Genesis, 5th car is Katie, and the last 2 cars are Rapido. The Athern Genesis car is a little bit of a wobbler. And the Moloco cars wobble a little bit too, especially the Western Pacific car. For the KD and the Rapido cars are rock solid. So what do I have here? The Maloco cars, all three of them wobble a bit. The Western Pacific car wobbles a lot. But other than that, I didn't have any problem with them running. Now they can be tuned up to get that wobble out. The Athern Genesis car is a wobbler. Again, it can be tuned up to get that out. Of course, the Milwaukee Road car is my standard. Everything's got to be better than that. The two Rapido cars are far and away the best cars, but they're not without issues. One of the cars has a badly installed tack board, and the other car has a broken coupler. Okay, so I paid full price for the Moloco cars. MSRP, actually I paid a penny over full price, over list price. Now the Rapido cars list at $49.95. I got them for $43. And the Athern Genesis car lists for $44, and I got it for $35. Now the Rapido cars, in my mind, are the best value here. That is a $50 car. I mean, and for $43, in my mind, that's a deal. I think I'm going to go order some as soon as I get done here. See if they got a couple more I can get, different road numbers. The Athern Genesis car for $35, that's a pretty good deal. I mean, that's a fair price. The Moloco cars for $63, I don't think so. I don't think I'll be buying any more of those unless it's something really unique. The satisfaction level on this purchase, the Rapido cars I really like. The Moloco cars are way overpriced. And like I said, I don't know if they're a boutique company or what. So, but for $63, they're just way overpriced. The Athern Genesis car, $35, that's about right. But that's on sale. I mean, but $35 is a good price for it. That's fair. I got some really good stuff in the Rapido. The other 4 cars aren't as good. I guess I'll give this purchase a week 4, simply on the strength of the Rapido cars. So I thank you for watching. I'm still on my quest for high quality rolling stock. And when something comes along, I'll pick it up and I'll just see how good it is and how I feel about it. I'm not an expert. I'm just going on my own feelings on how good I think something is. So thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you next time.